Are you all right?
Watch it, Joe!
All right, now, you listen to me. I imagine when Clay hears about this, he's going to get dangerous. So if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't be around.
But first, I'm going to want my pay.
Oh, yeah. Your pay.
Thanks, Jose. He's been bothering me since he first saw me, but I never thought he'd attack me.
Yeah, well, come on, Liz.
Liz, what's going on?
Well, our friend over there's a wildcat when he's fighting with women.
Oh, Lizzie.
Howdy.
Clay. Clay! Oh, Clay.
What's wrong, honey? Who tore your dress?
Hank.
Hank. He's just up the road. Stay here with Christine. Hank and I are going to have a little talk.
It's all right, Clay. I've seen to it already.
Clay, no.
Hold on, Clay. He won't fool with a man's wife again for a while.
Don't forget there's a shortage of men on the ranch. Don't commit murder for a girl's tale of woe.
What do you mean, tale of woe?
No one can be sure what happened between you and Hank. What I do know is that this war with the Yankees has taken all my men, and I don't have enough hands to run my ranch. We only had Hank for a month, and now we lost him just because of a woman's tears. Now, how am I supposed to keep this place going?
Sacrifice what you want for the ranch, but not my wife.
And Hank?
It's either him or us, Mr. Evans.
Is that so? Then let's see how you and your brother do all by yourself. There'll be plenty of work for you. It's the work of 10 slaves who ran off and 3 hands who went away to war.
The war's almost over. Fairwood's already occupied by Yankees.
You sure?
I'm sure, yeah. Clifford runs Fairwood now.
West Point, 1861. You mean they gave you a medal for winning a pistol competition?
Give that back.
Why, Captain Clifford, what manners?
Yeah?
It's Hank Stone, Captain.
Come in. Leave us alone.
It took you a long time to arrive.
I just follow orders, Mr. Stone.
Well, I hope your orders let you go through with the deal we made before I came down here.
Don't worry.
All right, Captain. You furnish me with the men tonight. Not in uniform, though. And I'll furnish you 50 thoroughbred horses for your cavalry. Best in the area, Captain. But, of course, only the best for the U.S. cavalry at $50 a head, that is. Does that sound about right?
Just leave the price to me.
Sergeant, post 4 men up on the hill.
I think my father wants to send me up to Jackson.
I know. He's worried now that the Yankees have arrived.
Well, I was hoping you could try and change his mind.
Christine, you know that I often disagree with your father. But this time I think he's right. To stay here could be dangerous.
And what about you?
It's different.
That's not true, and you know it. But if you really loved me, well, you'd keep me here.
But I do love you, Christine. And that's why I agree with your father.
You have a strange way of demonstrating your love.
I can do better than that.
Open it. Down. Boys, teach those thieving Yankees to stay away from here and save those horses.
Daddy, please.
Get moving. I don't agree with war, but I won't have them stealing my horses. We'll show those Yankee bandits a thing or two, and I'm not fooling. Cover fast.
that, Clay?
We could sure use a rifle.
Who in blazes be shooting out here?
What's that down there?
Looks like horse thieves. It's Yankees. Let's get them, boys.
There's got to be at least 10 of them. It'll take more than us to keep them busy.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Follow the herd. Bob and Joe up top. The rest come with me.
Hey, Clay, it's Butch from Springfield.
Hey, boys.
Hold fast, Butch. Well, bless my soul, Clay and Joe. Glad to see me?
Just another horse thief.
Very funny. You boys okay?
Yeah, Butch, thanks.
Good. Tell Mr. Evans he owes me a steak.
In that case, we better go find the horses.
We saved you the trouble. Look over there.
I'll cook that steak myself. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Butch.
We killed 6 of those horse thieves, Butch. But their boss seems to have gotten away.
Sorry I couldn't clean them all up for you.
We'll forgive you.
And the main thing is that you boys are still alive. I hope I can say the same thing about myself 6 months from now. The Yankees are coming in force. They're everywhere. But we're gonna show them they're not welcome. I think they'll get the point. I'm rounding up everybody I can get. Clay's got a wife. But what about you? You're about the best shot in the county, Joss. Why don't you come and help me fight the Yankees?
I guess this bunch must have come from Fairwood.
They got the Fairwood.
Uh-huh.
We'll see about that. Well, the offer still stands. There. Well, boys, I'm counting on you to give my respects to Mr. Evans. So long. Ha! Hey! Ha!
So you want to go fight the Yankees? But why just now, Juice, when the South is already overrun with Yankees?
Because we got to stop him.
There's no one able to hold them back, and you know it. You'll only make things worse. The more of this violence there is, the worse it'll get. All these armed bands that are forming, they call themselves guerrillas and Southern patriots. But life just isn't that simple. In no time at all, there'll be nothing but common bandits, robbing and killing and raising hell all over the state. And once we hang them, nobody'll miss them. The fact is, what's really wanted is law and order.
You want the South to quit?
Jaws.
You misunderstood.
Oh, no, Clay. I understood him all right. Excuse me, Mr. Evans, but the South is right in the middle of a war. And it's useless to hope that we can just get along with the Yankees once they're here and we're at their mercy. It's the Yankees be killing us all, not the boys that grew up here.
What can you do against the Yankees?
I'm still not sure. We'll see.
Be careful, Jose. You're getting war fever just when the war's almost over. I'm getting sick of listening to all those slogans about justice and liberty. Christine, I'm sending you where it's peaceful. Tomorrow you're leaving for Jackson. Your grandma's gonna take care of you till this country's gotten its sanity back. Jose, I hope you decide to stay here and help out.
It's tomorrow. We're not talking a lot.
Ain't up to it.
I wouldn't like to think that I was boring you, Jaws.
Christine,
Christine, yesterday you didn't say a word to stop me going to Jackson.
Do you think he would have listened? Your father doesn't approve of me, you know. And anyway, I think he's right. What do you need with a war? You understand?
Jaws, Yankees!
What? No, it ain't. It's Butch and his men. Hi there, Butch.
Good morning. No, I'm not a Yankee yet. We're going to pay a little visit on the Yankees billeted in Fairwood. And these are our tickets of admission into town, if you know what I mean. And where are you heading?
I'm accompanying Miss Evans to the Jackson stage.
I advise you to stay just as far away as you can possibly be from Fairwood.
See what I was talking about? Butch knows how to handle Yankees. You'll see.
Good luck, then.
Nothing like being wished good luck by a pretty girl. Those Yankees will never know what hit them, Jose. Let's go.
Yeah! Get!
Hey, soldier. A message
Sir?
here for your commanding officer. Where is he?
Number 7, top of the stairs.
Hey, Butch! Watch it! Confederates in disguise! Stop them before they blow this place apart!
Let's get out of here.
What's happening, Sergeant? Inside, Confederates wearing our uniforms.
Let's go.
Burn the rail. Down on you, idiots.
Let's get out of here.
Wearing our outfits now, are they? Hank, this calls for a reprisal. We're going to hang 15 of the local townspeople.
Oh, I don't think that'll be needed, Captain. I know where Butch and his boys are.
Where?
Follow me. They'll be at the Evans Ranch.
Sergeant, mount up.
All right, men, mount up.
Howdy, Joes.
Hi there, Reg. Got room for this lady?
Sure, I've only got 2 passengers. With this war on, no one's traveling.
Take care of yourself, Joes.
See you soon.
Sure they're him?
Yep. Anyway, they're Confederates, and they got lots of horses.
You stay out of sight.
Not out of sight. I want to keep my eye on things and be useful.
Forward! We've come looking for rebels.
If you want, you can search my ranch, but there's no one here.
We're looking for the men who raided Fairwood today wearing our uniforms. They shot 4 men in the back. I've been told they're hiding here somewhere.
We're not hiding anyone here, Captain.
Well, you're going to hang if you are. What, leaders? We're going to inspect. Move out of the way.
He said we're not hiding anyone. You really should accept his word as a gentleman.
We don't take a Southerner's word. We take his women. Now, watch out. Stop!
All right, you Yankees. We'll teach you a thing or two.
No! Clay!
All right, Walker. Run them out the front.
Clay!
There's no one here, Captain. We turned the place upside down.
Well, maybe they were here earlier.
Make you feel good to see that boy lying there?
You monsters! You filthy monsters! You rotten killers!
What?
Killers!
What?
They call this fighting a war, Nathan. My God, it's vile.
Hank, you brought them here, filthy traitor! Now what are you waiting for? Leave!
Not without you. And with your husband murdered, there's no one to protect you. Come with me.
You're crazy. Me go with you? It makes me vomit just to look at you. Why, you filthy traitor. What would I want a scum like you for, Hank?
Point is, I was giving you a choice.
Oh.
Mr. Clay dead? Now Miss Lizzie.
I'll be saying goodbye, Mr. Evans. I'm leaving now.
Huh. You're gonna join up with Butch?
Yes.
You ain't gonna change my ideas. We're all slaughtering each other for nothing.
Reckon so, because we're gonna lose anyway. But I'm gonna find the man who lost this medal. And when I do, I'll roast him alive. To remind him of what he did to my brother and his wife.
You're making a mistake. You might find him. You'll surely find excitement. But you might forfeit your honor. But if 1 million people are killing each other out there, one more killer doesn't make much difference.
Well, sir, I know you don't agree with fighting. You would, though, if they'd killed your brother.
There are thousands of brothers being murdered, boy. Don't you understand that revenge is totally useless? If all the brothers killed in war had to be revenged, it's obvious we'd all be annihilated in the end. Forget about it, Jose. It's not the answer. Your first duty is to remain here and look after our ranch.
Ours?
I need a partner, Jose. One day you'll marry Christine and take over the ranch. Isn't that what you want?
Yes, sir. It's just that I gotta join Butch and help him out.
All right, go fight your war, then. Why should you buy my views if nobody else does?
Thank you, Mr. Evans.
Remember to load your gun?
Did you?
Let's get us some Yankees.
Fire! Ha!
everything up on the one wagon and burn the others. Come on! Pretty good work, kid. Reckon I'll promote you to private. Hey, there's the Jackson stage. Well, well. That put any ideas in your head, Jose? Take the wagon and hide it with the other one in the old mine. And wipe out the tracks. All right, get going. You two come with me.
Hold on a minute, Butch. What are you gonna do with the stage?
I want to see who's on it.
Are we fighting Yankees, or are we bandits?
You can't fight the Yankees or anybody else without guns, ammunition, or money. If you're too sentimental, then you better leave us. How about it? Let's go. You just killed 3 or 4 Yankees, and now you're all worked up about this? You win, Josh. You can sit this one out. 3 of us can manage it. We'll be back in a few minutes.
They ain't Yankees, Butch.
Stop it, Jose. I know what I'm doing. I know who we're fighting against, boy. We'll keep it to Yankees, don't worry. It's coming. Take your posts, men. All right, folks, out you get. You can bring all your money.
Why, I don't have any money.
We'll see about that.
I've only got $22.75, mister. And if you don't leave me at least $2, I don't see how I'm going to be able to get back home.
You live in these parts?
Yes, sir.
Take your money back.
Thank you, sir.
We've got no money at all. No money whatsoever.
All right, you've got to decide whether you do or don't. Otherwise, we rob your corpse. Boston, really. We can use this money, and take my word for it, it's going to be used for a good cause. And I'll get aboard and take your wife with you.
Why, you dirty son and stealing...
Oh, no, George! Oh,
You just paid your debt, sonny boy. You saved my hide.
Parker and some of his men.
Guerrillas, huh?
It might be the same men who massacred a supply column this morning.
Would you happen to know who shot that man? Yeah, I didn't think he could do such a thing, but I saw it with my own...
Well, tell me.
Jose Lee.
Come in. Thanks, Jenny.
To your future riches, Captain.
Careful, Hank. If I'd have stayed in the Army, I'd be a major now, or a colonel.
Well, then, a toast to the civilian governor of Fairwood.
The #1 man. And I'm glad to have you on my team, Hank.
It's a pleasure, Mr. Clifford.
I think the time has come to requisition the Evans Ranch. Don't you?
Yeah, I was by there a while ago and found the place pretty derelict. But if you get it for a few dollars and fix it up, it'll fetch a fortune.
Make quite a profit. Yeah, there's plenty of folks around who'll pay well for a good ranch.
It won't be easy to reason with the old man. He's very attached to that ranch he is. He's liable to start shooting.
Yeah, he's pretty local.
That's right. And he might remember you.
Then supposing I take a few men with me.
That's a safer bet. And I suggest you leave it to me to find them. I guarantee they'll all be loyal to you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're used to following any orders, even though the war is over. Look who just arrived. The pretty girl in green is Evans' daughter.
There's an amazing likeness.
Yeah.
Don't bother to hire any men. I've got a much better idea.
You're gonna work this alone, right?
Yes, Hank. But don't worry, I'll need you later.
I thought you might.
Look, boys, a pretty girl's all a man could want to celebrate the end of the war, and she's alone.
I sure hate to disagree, but she ain't alone any longer.
Out of the way, boys. You don't stand a chance. She wouldn't be seen dead in the company of such scum. She'd go for my type, wouldn't you, beautiful?
Get away from her, I'll have you put in jail. Go on.
Just try it, mister.
Take it easy, Sam. That's the governor.
Well, thank you, sir.
Dan Clifford, at your service, miss. If there's something I can do, I'd be very happy to help you.
Well, I was hoping they'd send someone to meet the stage from Jackson, you see. There would have been a wagon here then. And now I don't know how to get out to my father's ranch.
Who'd that be?
Evans, John Evans.
Huh. Evans. It's quite amazing. I was just on my way out to his ranch. I'll be glad to escort you. It'll be an honor to have your company. Hey, you.
Sir?
Get a wagon, will you?
Sir.
You know this man?
He's to be my husband. the boy that I grew up with on the ranch. Nobody could believe that he did the things that he's accused of.
There was an eyewitness who can testify against him, and he's not the sort who lies.
Where is this eyewitness?
Right over there.
That's right, Miss Evans. God knows I don't want to testify against Joe's. But I saw him murder one of my own passengers, and that ain't a lie, miss.
When did you last see him?
2 years ago.
He must have changed. Oh, look, there's my buggy now. Good. Will you load in the young lady's bags?
Been all right?
The best years are still ahead.
I saw that Joss was wanted for a killing. Have you seen Joss?
No, he stayed away after he left the fight.
But didn't he send a message, or hasn't he ever tried to contact you?
Nobody around here has seen him since the day Claire and Lizzie were killed. I think something snapped in his mind that day, honey. Anyway, we talk about it later, huh? Why don't you introduce this gentleman to me?
Excuse me, I want you to meet Dan Clifford, who was nice enough to bring me home today.
Well, much obliged, Mr. Clifford. Nathan, would you take Miss Christine's things in? We'll wait outside while you unpack. I know Mr. Clifford and I can find things to discuss while you're upstairs. And afterwards, Christine, we'll open up a bottle of wine and I'll toast your coming home.
I'd like that.
Excuse me, then I'll be right back.
She's a lovely girl, Mr. Evans.
Well, I have to agree with you on that, Captain.
War is hell, as you know. But the war is over, and I'm trying to rebuild this area in my new position here. As you've no doubt heard, I'm with the government. It's a good thing I was able to bring your daughter out and visit you informally. Not officially. Afraid my job is to find the best ranches and requisition them. But I think this one's too run down.
Yes, I agree it's run down. But I compare a ranch like this to a beautiful woman. You gotta look after it, comfort it, or it loses its charm.
I wouldn't let it happen to any woman of mine, I assure you.
It's more comfortable inside, and that Spanish wine I was telling you about is unequaled.
It'll be a pleasure, sir. Like a push?
Thank you, Mr. Cliff.
Mr. Joss.
Evening, Nathan.
You know, Mr. Joss, be better if you come back in the morning.
What's the matter? Why can't I come in? Move. Evening, Mr. Evans. I can see the welcome in your eyes. You look real happy, Christine. Don't I get a hug? Or perhaps you're afraid of getting mud on your dress.
The risk of my dress becoming dirty doesn't trouble me in this case.
Well then, perhaps it's because of your fancy friend.
Juice, what do you want here?
Well, Mr. Evans, I was led to believe that this was my home.
Your home?
Yeah, but don't worry, I wouldn't be staying here now. I can tell when I'm intruding, yeah. It's mighty clear that you've found a partner.
Juice, that's enough.
The truth hurts to a man like you. But it's the only satisfaction left to me, after failing at everything else. The war, love, and revenge. You know, I thought this house was the one place where I could get some help to get to Texas. But I was wrong.
Juice. All right, I'm willing to forget about the offensive way you spoke to me just now. You're welcome to stay here the night. Nathan? Juice will be staying here the night. In the morning, he'll need some supplies and a fresh horse. You better rest now. We'll talk before you leave.
That boy has $5,000 reward on his head. It was a good plan, Mr. Evans, you offering him your hospitality. Now I've got time to find some men in Fairwood to help bring him in. And you'll get $5,000 as a wedding present.
Please, Dan, for our sakes. He was a very good friend. Let him go, can't you?
I'm doing it. Doing it because it's my duty to put him away. It's obvious, my dear, he was more than a friend.
Mr. Clifford, you're mistaken.
I think not, Mr. Evans.
Surely there's something that we can do.
Juice is not the same anymore. Anybody could see that he's changed. It's obvious the boy is simply no good.
He adored Clay and...
No man is justified in killing for revenge.
Your father's right, Christine. The moment he joined up with Butch and his bandits, I'm afraid he turned into a ruthless killer.
You're to go to bed, Christine. And don't worry yourself about that boy. Clifford, why can't you let that poor kid go to Texas?
I'm afraid your poor kid is going to go to Fairwood and no further. But there's no point in anyone getting hurt. I'm sending for more men.
Clifford, my daughter's heart will be broken.
She'll get over it, Mr. Evans. Get the wagon. I want you to take a message to Hank in town. In the meantime, I guess I'll stand guard outside. You know, the reward is for $5,000. Alive or dead? Around the house. Get that lantern.
Pa, there are soldiers out in the barnyard. You betrayed Jose. You promised me that they wouldn't...
Clifford assured me that Jose would get a fair trial in Fairwood. Now, I don't know if you believe it or not, but I couldn't do any more.
Let these men go in first.
Hey, Josh, come out. And don't try any funny business, you hear? Ain't nobody here. Looks like the bird has flown, eh, Hank? $5,000. Mount up. He's on foot. He can't be far.
So far, so good. They didn't find Joss. They'll never find him now. You'll see.
We better split up, Hank. You search the brakes, I'll check the river. If we find him, we'll meet back at the ford. Let's go.
You hate me, don't you? I suppose despise is a better word.
I don't know. I don't know. To promise something and then break that promise is not very nice. I shall obey you, as I've always obeyed. And don't ask again how I feel about you, because that's one question I cannot answer at present. I'm sorry, Father. I know you always try to do your best. Come on. It's your bedtime.
Stay quiet, it's me.
Joss, they're looking for you, and they want to kill you.
Don't worry, they won't find me here.
Let go, you're hurting me.
No, I've waited 2 years for this moment. I've dreamed about it day and night ever since I left here.
Leave me alone. You're no longer the boy I used to know. You're a bandit now.
Is that what you believe? Everyone made promises, didn't they? Well, they're all broken now. Do you know what your father said? That I could have this filthy ranch, and you as well.
Let me go. Please leave now.
Christine, you're gonna come with me. I've lost everything. But there's one thing I'm gonna take back.
Jose, don't talk like that. It frightens me. No!
Pretty slave you got in tow there. What is she, a hostage?
Yeah. We're heading for Texas. It's gonna be a long ride.
But you mean you're bringing the girl all the way with you?
As long as she's with us, they won't attack. And apart from that, I won't have to find the girl once I get there. Are you ready?
You know, I'm beginning to realize that you're pretty bright.
Let's go. We got a lot of miles to cover.
Christine? Christine? Don't bother calling for her. She's not here. Joe's kidnapped her.
Joe's? How? When? Where was he?
Last night, he was waiting for her upstairs. Sometime after you left, they came in here, both of them. He forced Christine to leave with him.
Joseph's had it. Now I'll kill that bastard. Hank, come on. Let's catch him quick.
I want you to go with them, Nathan. For a measly fistful of dollars, those Northerners will start shooting without even thinking of Christine. I'll hold you responsible if she gets hurt.
But, Mr. Evans...
You better get after him.
Yes, sir.
Now listen, boys. There's enough money on the heads of those two fellas we're after Keep us all happy for months. So let's make darn sure we don't let him get away. All right, then. Let's go. We'll have to take a rest soon. These men have been riding all night.
We'll take a rest when we find their tracks.
All right, Mr. Clifford. Whatever you say, sir.
I'm coming with you, sir. I know the country well, and I can follow a trail.
Good, Nathan. Mount up. Which way do you think they're headed, Nathan?
Toward the south, sir. I heard Josh say he was going to Texas.
Southwest, then.
I don't think so. There's too many Northerners still in Arkansas. If you ask me, they'll head on south and then cut through Oklahoma.
Could be you're right. Come on.
Come on, Whistler. Let's go find them.
Rest up here for an hour.
We're not that far from the ranch. Better keep going while we can.
I said we'll rest up here for an hour. Understand?
Sure, Joe. Sure. Whatever you say. It's okay with me if you run the show. Besides, you're right. The girl's about all tuckered out.
I'm gonna have a look around.
Right, Commander. I'll get a fire started and we'll have some chow.
No fires. The smoke would lead them right to us. We'll eat cold rations.
Yes, sir. You're tired, huh? Here, drink this. You'll feel better. He'll be back. It's a pity.
Well, we should have seen him by now, Nathan.
I don't understand these tracks. Ah. Oh, yes, I do. They've headed up through the mountains.
I told you that's what they'd do. We shouldn't have wasted time down here.
I agree, Hank. But they haven't got a chance. They're both as good as dead. Come on now, let's go.
What are you gonna do now, Commander?
You go hide the horses in the trees. If there's a chance, they'll miss us. And hold your fire. All right? And if they don't, well, there's one thing. We've got the advantage of cover.
Very good. Very good, Commander.
Yeah.
promise you'll get a trial.
Why don't you come up and take me?
Here. The horses! Yeah! Hey! Hey! Yeah! Ah!
No! No!
Is this any way to treat your old friend Butch, honey?
No! No! No!
Butch! Hello, Joes. I knew you'd get here all right. An old warhorse like you. She wanted to escape, and I was stopping her.
We've been friends a long time now, Butch.
Bad times, Joes, but good friends.
Is that why you ran out on me? I thought my enemies were out front, but the worst one was here, behind me.
Joes, what is this? I was just fooling. I figured you could fight better without the girl being there. I was sure you'd get away all right.
On foot? Now you tell me something, Butch. Why'd you have to take my horse as well?
Well, you figured to kill me, Joes?
You're lucky, Butch. I haven't forgotten you once saved my life. Remember when I mean?
Don't bring that up now.
Well, I'm finished talking about it. We're gonna split up, Butch.
Now, why split up, Commander? Now that we're all back together again, just a cozy little family, eh?
Get going. Give me that knife.
Don't worry, I have no intention of using it on you.
Now you saved me. Tomorrow in Oklahoma, I'll set you free. You rest now. Got to bury a friend.
Even though half our men are dead, you shouldn't forget it's still 5 against 2.
But what does that help? He and Butch together could beat a whole battalion.
Maybe it's best to set a trap for him. Let me think. There are only 2 places across the river. Just 2 shallow points for crossing. The Black River, about 2 miles below Fort Smith, at Wichita, and the other one on the road that goes to Punta. If we could be positive which one they'll take, we could set up a beautiful ambush.
Yeah. Because we're losing too much time tracking them like this. If we pick the right place to go, we give those 2 the surprise of their lives.
Saddle up our best horse, the freshest one. Nathan, listen.
You're tired, ain't you?
No, of course not.
Don't saddle up.
All right.
Miss Christine.
Nathan.
Mr. Clifford's right over that hill. But he won't attack because he's only got a few men. He wants to wait ahead at the ford. In order to do that, we gotta know where you're gonna be. Find out what ford Joss wants to take and leave a signal behind. You'll be saved before the crossover. A circle if he's riding south. And a cross if he's heading north.
Better go. A circle if he's riding south, a cross if he's riding north.
Forgive me. I shouldn't have done that. I don't have the right now, even if I ever did.
Don't talk, Joes. Keep quiet.
There ain't no future for us. When your father promised me he wouldn't oppose our getting married, I thought he'd keep his word despite everything. Now I'm beaten, an outlaw. Staying with me will just destroy you, my darling. And besides, you've been promised to someone else.
Maybe it could work.
Tomorrow we'll cross the river. There's a village where he could be waiting. Or you could wait for him. And then take the stage for Fairwood.
Hadn't you better decide on the crossing point?
We'll be going north. Come on. We're leaving.
But you said we stay here and move on tomorrow.
Well, I've changed my mind.
Jose, I've been...
You want to tell me something?
No. Let's go, if that's what you want. Why did you do that?
Well, Christine, it's sort of a false trail. It could just gain us a little time. Yeah.
Joe's.
What's that sign mean?
You're hurting me. Let me go.
Answer.
What are you talking about?
You knew very well. I watched you making the other one. Who are they for?
Nathan, I arranged to leave him a message.
You spoke to him when?
At the creek yesterday.
What'd he say? Well, what?
Listen, try and understand.
I understand one thing, Christine. You want Clifford to catch me.
No, I wanted to tell you everything.
But you didn't, did you? Tell me, what did he say?
He asked me at which point we'd be crossing. I was to leave a sign. A cross means north, a circle'd be for south. And look, you can see the sign I left. A circle, that means south, not the way we're going.
That's what you say. But I don't believe you.
Joes, please listen to me. You've got to believe me. Look, you promised to let me go. Why should I want to get you killed?
Because that's the way you are. Just like your father. And your lover.
In that case, I wouldn't be here. It would have been easy to leave with Nathan. And by now, I could have been in the arms of my lover. If you've got any sense, you'll realize that I left that sign there in the hope that you won't get killed.
You finished? You said that a circle is for the south?
Yes.
I don't believe that it means to the south. It means just the opposite. We were heading north, but not any longer. We're going south, to Punta City.
Don't do it, Joes. You'll be riding into an ambush.
I don't believe you. We're leaving at once. Better get ready. Well, Christine, where is everybody? I don't see any of your friends around.
This is the end, Joes. Because if there isn't anyone at that ford, you'll think for sure I've been lying. But when Clifford and his men shoot you in the back from their ambush, then it'll be too late to believe me.
Save your breath. There's no one here.
This is it, Joes. You're trapped and you know it. Come on out, or let Christine go.
Christine, I'm sorry.
Over here, Christine. Run away.
Get away from me. They might hit you.
No, Joes. Clifford won't shoot if I'm beside you.
What a fool I was.
Well, use your brain this time, Joss. There's your horse. Get on it and leave me here with Dan.
I'm waiting, Christine. Why don't you come out?
It's all we can do, Joss. I'm gonna break cover, and while he's paying attention to me, you make a run for your horse. I'm coming, Dan! Joss, set me free! Don't shoot! Hold your fire! He's gonna surrender! Joss! Joss!
Go after him, Hank. He won't get far. Move out.
Darling, I'm so glad you're safe. I was worried about you. So he told you he was giving up, huh? Don't worry about it. He's finished. But the main thing is,
I've got you back. Ready?
Miss Christine, I'm happy you're all right now.
He's around here somewhere.
Why, wait, Hank, come out. Well, Hank, it's about time to settle accounts.
You wouldn't shoot, would you, Joss? It ain't fair.
That's a laugh. Know what? I should have killed you that time I surprised you with Lizzie.
No, Joss. I'll do just about whatever you tell me if you don't shoot.
Stop blubbering, Hank.
Give me a minute, Joss. Shall I tell you who shot Clay? I was right there when your brother was murdered.
Who was it?
It was Clifford. He was a soldier. He was the commander of the Yankee cavalry stationed at Fairwood.
Then this is his?
Yeah, sure. It's from West Point. You see, I was telling the truth.
But you were there.
Hey, Joss, murder's not my thing.
Lizzie was killed after Clay. She was killed with a bullet from a Sharps. And you got a Sharps. Now, how about it, Hank?
I didn't kill Lizzie. Go ahead and shoot, Joss, but don't say I killed that woman. You've hurt my feelings by suggesting that.
That's enough. Come with me to the farm. And say what you just said. Who it was that murdered Clay and Lizzie.
All right, Joss. Sure, Joss. Fairwood or anywhere. We're both Southerners.
Move. Get your horse. Let's go, Hank. Are you looking for this? I got no pity for you, Hank. I'm going to even the score for Lizzie.
Don't! Joss!
Well, this is to you, Clifford. Let us hope this brutal episode has finally come to an end. Christine, will you have some?
The poor girl's upset. It's been too much for her. Why not go to bed now? I'd appreciate it if I can stay till tomorrow. I'm waiting for Hank. He's certain to pass by Fairwood. He's got a reward to collect. He might have two at that. It'll be a nice wad of money.
2?
Mm-hmm. The reward on Butch. We found his body. Now go to bed, dear.
Don't touch me.
What does this mean? In the morning, you'll feel well rested. Now go on to bed. Listen, Evans. You and your daughter should start to realize that I have only to sign an order to confiscate your property, and you'd be out.
My dear Clifford, I apologize for this. Your anger is justified, but please excuse Christine. As you yourself said, she's in need of rest.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. Christine, I ask you to forgive me. You know I love you.
Jaws!
Jaws.
What are you doing here? Please, Jaws, go. If you stay, you'll be killed.
Well now, Clifford, there's an account to settle.
If you take my advice, you'll get out of here. You're an able enough man at running, ain't you? I reckon you could make Texas before they catch up with you.
Yeah, I'll go, one way or the other. To Texas, or to join Clay and Lizzie. That'd give you a clean sweep of the family, wouldn't it?
I'm not fighting with any bandit.
You'll fight. With the brother of a man you murdered.
And Clay's death couldn't be helped. We were looking for Butch's gang. It was some of my men they killed in Fairwood. And Hank will back me up.
Hank can no longer speak. Now, according to West Point, you're a pretty good shot. We'll draw together. That all right, Clifford? You've got the medal. So you got the advantage. You see this match? Watch it. Because I'm gonna light it. And when it goes out, one of us will be dead.
No, Jaws, don't light it, don't light it! Please! No, Jaws! I'll marry you, Dan, please. I don't want you to die.
He's the one that's gonna die.
No, Dan, please!
Get away, Christine. Nathan?
It's burning down. Ready? That's it, Clifford. I hope the wound heals. I didn't kill you because I think there's been enough violence around here. So long, Christine. I hope you'll be happy.
Christine!
Joss, would you mind if I join you?
That's why I came back. To take you with me.
No, Christine! Christine!